Shauna. So if you didn't hear, the stimulus checks passed, measly little $600, I know. So yeah, the stimulus check passed, so every adult with a valid social security number who pays taxes gets $600, and for every child you have under the age of 17, you get an additional $600. There's no cap on dependents, child dependents, meaning you can have 5-6 kids, and for every kid you will get $600 for each kid. Now here's the thing though, you're like, well, I have this, I take care of my grandma, she's 72, she's a dependent, do I get money for her? No, you don't get money for her, she's over the age of 17. You might be like, well, I have this kid I take care of, this foster kid, he's 18 but he's disabled, do I get money for him? No, you don't get money for him either. They must be 17 or younger. So anybody over the age of 17, they're not considered, even though they might be a dependent in, because you take care of them, they won't be considered a dependent within the stimulus bill. So there won't be any bank or child support garnishments. What that means is that, say you overdraft your bank for like $50, and then they deposit the stimulus check into your bank. The bank is not allowed to take that $50 out of your stimulus check. Or you owe the bank say you owe the bank $600 and they deposit the check into your bank. The bank is not allowed to take that $600, so they can't garnish your stimulus check. Same with child support. Say you owe child support and you're like, oh, will they just take my stimulus check to pay for my child support? No, they won't take it. So for the people who are like, I take care of the kids, I'm owed child support, well, look elsewhere, because they won't take the parent that owes you child support money. They're not gonna do that. Now, you only get the full $600 stimulus check if you make $75,000 or lower. I know in some states you might be in like $75,000 and you still need a stimulus check. Man, I wish I made $75,000. Well, there are some states like California or Texas, California or New York, where $75,000 is nothing. You practically a low-income family if you're making that kind of money. Where here in Texas, $75,000, you living like a king, you know? So yeah, that's why it starts at $75,000 and then it trickles out, like when you start making like $75,000 for a single person, $150,000 for a couple, like husband and wife, they both make $75,000. You get the full $600 check. Once you start making more money than that, it starts to become a little less and less, from $600 to $500 to $400 to eventually $0. Because if you're making like $400,000 or $500,000 a year, whatever state you in, you pretty good. You don't need $600, you know, if you're making $500,000 a year. Anyway, so then there's the whole unemployment thing. Unemployment was about to end that extra boost. Well, now they're still gonna keep extending the unemployment for an additional 11 weeks, and it'll be at $300 a week, an additional $300 a week for all you unemployment people. And then, if you didn't know, for all my people, there's something called a PPP or grant for business owners. Now you're like, I'm not a business owner. No, if you do Uber, if you say you're a Grubhub person, if you you receive any kind of 1099, if you are a notary, if you are a loan signing agent, you are your own business, you self-employed, that is a business. Even if you never filed for an LLC, if you making money, some kind of side hustle on the side, you qualify for this. Now, it was this grant that happened last year, or technically this year, the beginning of this year, where you could have got a free $1,000. You did not have to pay it back. All you have to do is apply it. I know a lot of you like, what? I didn't know about this. Yes, you could have. It's not advertised because only certain people know how to manipulate the system. It's not really manipulation. They know the information and they don't 100% pass it down to all of us. You know what I'm saying? If you get my gist. So yeah, well, that program is opening back up where you can get anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 in free money. You don't have to pay it back. If you're a business owner, if you lost like 30% of your income, meaning say last year you was making, I'm just throwing a number out there, last year you was making $40,000 a year. This year you're only making $30,000 a year. Well, guess what? You can apply for that money. Yeah, you can apply for that money to get, free money. And then if you live in low income area, meaning if you live in like a colored community, basically chocolate brown, light brown, caramel, if you live in those kind of areas, low income, where you gotta travel outside your community just to get to a Walmart or a Target. If you live in one of those communities where just to get to an Olive Garden you have to leave your community, if you live in one of those kind of communities, this is free money for you, you know. I'm just being real, just telling you how it is. Okay, and then there's also rental relief within this bill. So if you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna make my rent, I don't know how to make my rent, well, this right here, you can apply for rental relief. However, when it opened, I'm telling you now, when it opened, you better get to applying as soon as it's open, because it's one of those things that I believe it's going to be first come first serve, and people are going to be flooding to the website. Matter of fact, I predict that the website will even crash, so many people will flood to it. So when it opened, go for it. Just like when you heard about that stimulus check, and every time you apply for your little stimulus money, you was on that computer and it was like, hey, website's been shut down, or website is not, that's under construction. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. That's how I feel. So as soon as it's open, you apply and get that help on that rent that you need. Now, if you're like wondering like when like this stimulus check, how I'm gonna get it? Okay, if you got the stimulus check like via check last time, well, guess what, they'll mail you a check this time. If you got it direct deposit, well, guess what, you'll get direct deposit. If you got the stimulus check earlier this year, you don't have to do anything. Just wait for your money to drop in your bank account or in your mailbox. There's no additional steps. If you didn't get it last year, well, then you need to make sure you file for your 2019 taxes or your 2020 taxes. You just better hurry up, go and file, so then that way they can start processing and getting your money all situated, if you feel me. Okay, so you're like, well, when am I projected to get my money? So, well, you know, direct deposit will get that. People who did direct deposit will get their money before anybody else. Checks, you know, checks go in the mail, so the mail is a slower process. Direct deposit is basically a button, wait a little bit, bam, it's in your bank account. So it's projected anywhere between the next week or two that you would see the money in your bank account, because it was signed, so the money coming your way. So be patient, you gonna get it. I know you probably like, some of you are like, man, I got bills to pay. You've been making it this far, this long, just hold off a little bit longer. Now, for some of you are like, well, I received the check last year or earlier this year via check, and I want direct deposit right now. I don't want to do the check thing, I want direct deposit. Well, it said that the IRS will open the portal back up, that if you want to switch your payment changes from mail check to direct deposit, they will be opening that back up. Just wait a little bit, give it some time. Check the website in a couple of days, they might have it up by then. So now my question is, what you gonna do with this little extra income? For all of you, you know, $600, especially what state you live in, $600 not gonna really do much. I know for some of you like, no girl, that's just to pay my cell phone bill, that's just to pay my lights, I'm gonna put some food on the table. Good for you. I'm not talking to the people who are like, I need to pay my bills, I need the little extra. I'm talking to people who are like, this $600, my bills right now, I'm good, so what should I do with $600? Should I just put it up for savings just in case? I'm like asking what you're gonna do, because if you're looking for like financial growth, if you don't want to keep living this paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, then you need to start investing in yourself. Stop just like, there's different ways you can invest yourself. There's 3 key ways. Like, this ain't no sales pitch or nothing. I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you this information. How do you think they do it? How do you think the rich do it? This is how they do it. This is how you should start doing it. Look around you and be like, yo, everybody around me live like me, and I don't live good. How do the people over there live? Everybody can't be doctors and lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody living on all these nice houses can't be doctors and lawyers. That's because they doing these other things, right? So the 3 best ways to like start building wealth is stocks, which is a slower process. Business, creating your own business, typically is the best way to start. But stocks, you can start as little as $5. Like, I'll link one down below where you can sign up and get like 2 free stocks. But and like, you can just stocks, like, you have a little extra $5 this month, put $5. You like, I got $10 to blow, instead of lottery tickets, I'm gonna put this $10 in stock. Do stuff like that, right? And then like creating your own business. Like, for instance, I have videos on how to start a notary and loan signing business on my channel. You can check that out. That's starting a business, son. Even like being an Uber driver. I don't recommend that business per se, but technically that would be you starting your own driving services. You know what I'm saying? And then the last one is real estate. Now, real estate is a funny one to say, because real estate, you gotta put down a lot of money to just start doing real estate. So that one is like a long-term way back in. So I'm just suggesting, people. I'm just suggesting. It's for everybody who is not taking their money to buy food, put food on the table, or pay some a light bill or something. If that $600 you like, ooh, I'm gonna get my hair and nails done. Ooh, I want to go to the casino, or ooh, I've been really wanting that dress at Macy's. Like, no. Instead of subtracting money from your bank account, start adding. Start building ways to, like, maybe there's a certification you always want to do, or take a class or workshop. Level up is what I'm trying to say. Do stuff that could make you money, not because that $600 will be gone like that, and then you'll be left with nothing. You're like, dang, where my money go? Money go fast the moment you get in your hands. Like, dang, I paid this little bill, bought that, and now I'm broke again. We switch it up. Let's change it up. Let's do something to start making you money, son. Check out videos on my channel, because that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching how to do that. So yeah, stimulus check coming your way. Make the most of it. I'm out.